Hey y'all, this is Caleb down here at the Gold Cove, 25555 Gratiot Avenue, Roseville, Michigan. Now I got a pretty cool and interesting video for y'all today. We're going to be testing, we're going to be showing you how we test our products here. But you can sometimes, there's red flags that pop off even before you test your product or your good or whatever, your jewelry. So first up in front of me, we got these beautiful Superman Canadian 1 ounce silver coins. Now they look pretty similar. The only difference is one is real, one is fake, of course. Now the real one is this one down in the front. This one's the fake one. The diameter is a little bit off. Hopefully that you can see it in video, but this one here is a little bit smaller than this one. But another way you can test it without using the Sigma machine is your trusty handy old scale. Now you throw that on there, it says 15.6 grams. Now a troy ounce of silver weighs 31.1 grams. So that there's already an indication of it being a counterfeit. Now if we throw it on the Sigma machine, we're gonna see nothing. Now the reason that you see nothing is because it's a counterfeit. If I throw the genuine coin on there, it shows up in between those brackets, that is what you want to see. Now, I throw it on the scale, it's going to weigh 31.1, 31.2. Could just be the offness of my scale, but you really want to see it say 31.1 grams. If it's 0.2 or 0.3, don't be frightened. It still could be genuine. Now, we got some silver eagles here. Now, we got 3 of them. 2 of them are fake, 1 is real. These 2 up here, these guys are fake. The one down here is genuine. The way that I could tell before even testing it is the strike of the coin, the finishing on it, the haziness look to it. The diameter is a little bit off. You can see it hang over the eagle just a little bit. You can see that little lip of just excess metal there. So if we throw it on the scale, it weighs 30.8 grams. So yes, that is close, but it's not close enough. This one here weighs 31.2 grams. That one's even farther. Now we got the 1 ounce silver eagle here that is genuine. Weighs 31.3, so that's okay. If it weighs 31.3, 31.2, could just be a little bit of the offness of your scale. Now, throw it over on the Sigma machine. You're gonna see this one here is reading genuine. It's verifying that it is precious metal. Now I throw it on there, doesn't verify. Throw the other one on there, doesn't verify. But there is multiple ways you can test for silver. Another thing is a trusty old magnet. Now, this here is a rare earth magnet. The cool thing is it's more powerful than a regular magnet. So you can put it over your silver coin. It's not going to stick because silver is non-magnetic. Now, if I throw it over the fake one, bam, that thing picked it up like it was nothing. And that is just one indication of it being a counterfeit. Now you have some coins that are a little bit better counterfeited and they don't stick, or you have some like this one that doesn't even come near the weight, come close near the weight. Now, let's weigh this guy up. This one here weighs 31.6 grams. So that is very close indeed, but it's just not close enough, unfortunately. This one here is going to weigh more just because of the plastic wrap. I could cut it out, but my customers like their precious metals protected. But the Sigma can read through the plastic. So it's verifying that it is silver. Throw this bad boy on there. He ain't silver. Now, we got some gold coins here in front of me. We got the bars, we got the maple, we got the buffalo, the eagle, the cougaran. And thankfully, those there are all genuine 1 ounce gold coins. Thankfully, we haven't bought a counterfeit 1 ounce bar. Gold is a little bit harder to counterfeit just because of the density of it and the diameter. You got to get that perfect. We have seen some fake ones. The thickness of them was way off. They were 5, 10, and 20 grams. Those things looked like they were, the 5 gram looked like they were 10 gram, the 10 gram looked like they're 20, the 20 looked like they're a 1 ounce. They were just so thick and so weird and so strange They were Perth Mint, they were in the COA, they were in the assay card, and it just was off. So thankfully we didn't buy those. Now we're gonna test the 1 ounce gold bar here. So you see that it is verifying that it is gold. You wanna see that bar in between those brackets. It's verifying that it is gold. Now I get the maple leaf, the 999 gold. Beautiful, beautiful coin. Good job, Canadians, making your maple leafs. I love them, in my opinion. Now we got the 1 ounce gold buffalo, another popular one here at the Gold Cove. The pure stuff. Now we got our eagle. Our eagle's not gonna test on the 999 because if you guys don't know, this here is 22 karat, but it weighs more than an ounce of gold. So there is an ounce of gold there once you boil out the impurities. So this guy has its own special setting because if I throw it on there, it's not gonna read. You see no bar, no bracket, no nothing. Now I gotta go down here. I gotta go to other, oh wait, no, I gotta go to gold coins. I gotta go over to eagle because it's got its special setting. And then bam, right smack in the middle. Now we got the Cougaran. The Cougaran's the same thing. We got to go over to the 1 ounce gold Cougaran here. Throw that on there. Got to tell it to run. And bam, it's right in between those brackets you see there. Now I'm going to show y'all how to test your gold jewelry, silver jewelry, whatever you want to test that is gold or silver. Now this here is pretty universal. This is the stone and acid kit. So some people even cut out these 1 ounce gold bars. They even cut these things out and rub them. But we don't do that here because we have the Sigma machine. Some people don't have the Sigma machine, so that's what they have to do to test it. And then therefore it's not an assay card. And it does bring down a little bit of the resale value, but not much, of course. Now we have this poured sterling little nugget here. I'm gonna rub this bad boy on the stone and acid kit. It's gonna rub nice and white and nice and smooth there. So you see that nice color, see that nice white color. Now I'm gonna rub this costume jewelry piece. You can kind of tell just before looking at it, or before rubbing it, just looking at it, because you can see different colors and whatnot, which is not what you want to see on sterling. So we're rubbing this bad boy. It's given kind of like a weird rosy look to it. You can kind of tell the difference. This here's a nice, very prominent white silver color. This here has a little bit of a rosy copperish color. That is because a lot of the costume jewelry is plated sterling and then it's mostly copper underneath. Now, one way you can test it is the 18 karat solution. So you don't need to buy the silver solution here. If you don't want to, you can test it for the 18 karat solution. That's what we do here at the Gold Cove, just because it's a lot easier and it's easier to identify. Now we're gonna put the 18 karat solution on there. It should show up a bright baby blue in a second. Gotta give it a few. So you see that one burned away like it was nothing. This guy's coming up like a bright baby blue. Like, man, it looks like it's beautiful, that color. Now we're gonna do our 10 karat jewelry piece here. I like to test my 10 karat with 14 karat acid just because sometimes the 10 karat solution can pass gold filled if it's a very heavy plated piece, or if it's gold filled. It sometimes can pass that as being 10 karat. So I always like to test with my 14 karat solution because it still will test. But the only difference is when you test with the 14 karat solution, when you put it on, it's gonna give it a little bit of a coppery color. I'll show you. So I'll do half of it so you can see the difference in color. Because 14 karat is 58%, and then 10 karat is that nice 41%. So you can see the color difference, that it's giving that little coppery color. And then that there down at the bottom is very prominent gold color. So now we have our beautiful bracelet here. This is actually in the showcase, so you can pick this up if you want to. I get a middle piece here and test one of these little brackets. This little link here. Give it a nice little rub there. See that beautiful color? Gold is what you want to see. Throw the 14 karat solution on there. You see the difference between the 10 and the 14? The 10 karat got that little coppery color. The 14 karat stayed that nice prominent yellowish color. Now we got a counterfeit 18 karat piece here. And the reason why I say it's counterfeit is because it is marked. If you can't really see, hopefully you can, it's marked 18 karat right on the lobster clasp right there. So when you rub it, I'll show you guys right over here. You're gonna rub it, give it a nice little rub because 18 karats is expensive. You see that rub, see that rosy copper color? Just like the same with their sterling or costume piece here, the ring. It had that nice rose color. So now I'm gonna grab this nice 18 karat. This was an Omega watch, but the small ladies watches don't have any resale value, so we just bought it for the gold, and it's only worth the gold. So I'm rubbing it, rubbing. See the difference in color off the back, guys? You see how that's a rosy, and you see that one's a beautiful, prominent gold color. I'm gonna throw the 18 karat solution on there. 18 karat is 75% gold, so this here is a higher nitric acid. These are all nitric acid solutions, so it's a higher content, stronger content of nitric acid. You see that one burned right off. That one stayed that nice prominent yellowish color. So that therefore is indicating that it is good and genuine. So that there, guys, is how you test your products. That's how we test our products. If you want to come in and test your own products, we will test them for you and give you our opinion. If you don't want our opinion, oh well, but we will test your products for you. Guys, take care. Have a wonderful day.